Martine Syms is a multimedia artist who uses video, performance, and writing among other mediums. Her work uses humor and parody to discuss themes of self-identity with a focus on feminism, Afrofuturism, and Black women's representation in media. The video on screen, Notes on Gestures, and another video that will be following, myvinecompilation.mov, is Martine's way of looking at how Black women are represented in internet culture. She said it was inspired by a riff on a popular joke. Everybody want to be a Black woman, but nobody want to be a Black woman. She looks at the way that Black women are represented in internet culture through a series of viral vines featuring Black women, as well as a series of GIFs that she created based on the type that go viral of Black women on the internet.
After you back it up, then stop. Yeah! Back it up. Drop it like it's hot. Come on!
I'm always beating that outer. I call him daddy like Chowders. He like it when I get drunk, but I like it when he be so.
What the?
One of her most recent pieces is Project 106 at the MoMA, and the film at the heart of the installation, Incense, Sweaters, and Ice.
These are ugly words. You're going to practice substituting pleasant words for ugly words. Just say a person is difficult. That's enough. Takes care of everything. Say a person is difficult. When you use a positive word, the corners of your lips go up, go up, go up, go up, and makes you smile. And negative words. The corners of your lips go down. Go down. So you're stupid and crazy, and you're crazy, and you make me sick, and you get on my nerves, and you're the ugly one. You're gonna be positive. You're gonna be positive. You are a great, unique human being. You are a great, unique human being. You are a great, unique human being.
Project 106 at the MoMA featured many different aspects, from the film itself playing on 3 screens in the center of the room, to double exposure photos on the wall, and interactive codes around the room that link to multimedia art. Here's Martine speaking about the installation in an interview with the MoMA.
Hi, my name is Martine Syms, and we're here at MoMA on the 3rd floor outside of my exhibition, Project 106. That's me. Normally the curators give these tours, but since I'm alive, I thought I should tell you about my show. So the exhibition is focused around my first feature film, Incense, Sweaters, and Ice, and it's physically kind of the center of the show and grounds the space, and your action in it as you kind of watch it is focused here. One of the key kind of themes is the Great Migration, which was Blacks moving from the rural South to the urban North. I have the film itself moving between these 3 screens in the space. So you have to migrate around this kind of circle to think about it. This film was actually adapted from a performance that I've been doing called Misdirected Kiss, which looked at some of these, this transitional period in cinema and beyond, and kind of performances of femininity, especially Black femininity. And as part of that sort of performance, I create this like real-time collage behind me using multiple screens and videos and audio and text that continue to layer and kind of play and loop. And so I wanted to bring that experience into the gallery. And the way I decided to do that was through an augmented reality app. You can go to MoMA or mo.ma/Syms, my last name, SYMS. And if you download this app, it's called WYDRN, which is maybe something someone's texted you before, late night perhaps, which means, what are you doing right now? Basically, you need to have your audio on and turned up. Some of them have audio, but if you hold it over some of the images, it will populate with additional kind of media. That's another part of the film. So in this one, it's a sequence of GIFs that are a key part of some of the ideas that I talk about in the film and that the character kind of goes through. There's a suite of kind of 12 photographs that are hung on the gallery walls. And each of those are stills or images that were taken in production. Some are directly, you'll see a scene in the film that is replicated sort of in one of the photographs in a way. And then other ones are more that were just taken over the course as I was shooting in each of these locations. And I chose to print them on found movie posters that were sort of directed towards Black audiences, because that was something I was thinking about, is what are these key signifiers around Blackness and Black audiences, and what would be marketed towards them. So each of them is printed on top of that, producing this, again, kind of a collage or a double exposure kind of image. This is a group chat. There's a really intense karaoke scene, and this is like everyone planning the karaoke scene. The main character, Girl, is loosely based on my mom as a kind of character, and I interviewed her to use as research. Her voice is also heard in this, but also to use to direct the performer. And at the end of her interview, that's what she said: "Boring life, isn't it?" And so this one has a selection of photos from my family archive. The main character's name is Girl, but not maybe the way you might think. It's Girl, or maybe the way you would think. It's Girl the way you would say to a friend, like, "Girl, oh my God, you would not believe what he said to me." Or you'd say like, "Girl, I can't even today." It's that kind of girl. And the way that that is spoken and talked about is sort of reiterated in this wall painting that has Girl spelled in different iterations that are supposed to be like different ways you would say it, So it's 3 R's, 3 L's, I don't know, girl, things like that, If you say the word, I say it a lot. This is a frequent expression of mine. I mean, the easiest way to explain why I use the color purple in a lot of my work is to make people say the phrase, "the color purple." There's a lot of associations with that phrase, some of which you may be familiar with, like Alice Walker's work. And around that are a kind of feminist, specifically Black feminist tradition that I'm trying to be a part of with my own work. And so it's really this, kind of like I talked about with the painting, this relationship between spoken word and text, and how I can produce a certain effect. I'm really interested in scoring. One of the things with my film and with the way that I make work sort of improvisationally is my scripts, as well as the way that this program operates the videos. It creates a situation where I have these rules that hopefully people will do while they're in this space. So one of those is you walk in here and you think the color purple. I know people are going to come in here. I see them around the rest of the museum using their phones and hopefully using the app. And so I wanted to take these activities and these actions that we're already doing and that are already part of culture and use them to create this other narrative and play with some of the feelings that we have, like the anxiety of you send a text message and you see those dots. Are you going to get a response? Kind of use those cues that we're already really familiar with to create work with.
She's also done work looking at Afrofuturism. Afrofuturism is the reimagining of a future filled with arts, science, and technology seen through a Black lens. Most noticeable of these works is called the Mundane Afrofuturist Manifesto.
We, the Mundane Afrofuturists, being alternate.
This looks at mundane Afrofuturism, which is described as the ultimate laboratory for world building outside of imperialist, capitalist, and white patriarchy. The sense that the rituals and inconsistencies of daily life are compelling, dynamic, and utterly strange.
The mundane Afrofuturists recognize that we did not originate in the cosmos. The connection between Middle Passage and space travel is tenuous at best. Out of 534 space travelers, 14 have been Black. An all-Black crew is unlikely. Magic interstellar travel and/or the wondrous communication grid can lead to the illusion that all people are treated equally in outer space and cyberspace. Outer space will not save us from injustice, and cyberspace was founded on a master-slave relationship. While we are often othered, we are not aliens. While our ancestors were mutilated, we are not mutants. Post-black is a misnomer. Post-colonialism is a misnomer. The most likely future is one in which we only have ourselves and this planet.
Crises. You can not only introduce new things, but you can pick up the elements of a new vision which were marginalized in the previous one.